Hello students, welcome to the another online session of PlusTwo Accountancy class. So, the last class we are starting our second chapter or second module, that is Partnership Accounting Basic Concept. So, and that class we are discussing what is partnership and what I mean by partnership and what are the characteristics or features of partnership accounting. So, now I am going to discussing about the term or concept partnership deed. It is also known as the articles of partnership. Partnership is formed out of an agreement between the partners. The agreement may be oral or written. The written agreement between the partners is called the partnership deed. So the written agreement between the partners is called partnership deed or the articles of partnership. So the partnership deed is the written agreement between the partners. So in simple terms, the term partnership deed means the written agreement between the partners is known as partnership deed or articles of partnership. The partnership deed can either be oral or written format. So, if it is in oral format, it will be recorded, and if it is written format, then each and every partners give their signature on it. It means that they are agreeing to all the terms and conditions, and this written agreement will also be stamped. Okay. Now partnership deed is not compulsory. Okay, partnership deed is not compulsory, but it is compulsory to avoid the misunderstanding or any disputes between the partners in the future. Clear? So the partnership deed is not compulsory, but it is compulsory to avoid the misunderstanding or any dispute between the partners in the future. Okay, clear? So, now let's understand what are the contents of partnership deed, right? The first one is name and address of the firm. It contains the name and the address of the firm, and if in case there are any other branches of the firm, even those names and address will be mentioned in the partnership deed. Okay. The first one is name and address of the firm. The partnership deed contains the name and address of the firm, and even in case of there are any other branches of the firm, even the name and address will be mentioned in the partnership deed. The next one is name and address of the partners. We have to be mention the name, proper name and address or contact address of the whole partners. Then third one, amount of capital contributed by each partner. So that how much capital contributed by each partner can be mentioned in partnership deed. The next one is the accounting period of the firm. That means, so the accounting period of the firm is basically 12 months. At the end of the accounting period, we prepare the final accounts of the company, right? And this accounting period generally starts from April 1st every year and ends at 31st March of next year. But in some cases, the accounting period can also starts from January 1st of every year and ends at 31st December. Okay, so that has to be particularly mentioned with the partnership deed, right? So the accounting period of the firm must be mentioned in the partnership deed. The next one is the date of commencement of partnership. So when the partnership was started, that date has to be mentioned in the partnership deed. The next one is rules regarding operations of bank account. So there will be one common bank account for this firm, right? So if there are any rules regarding its operations, they have to be clearly mentioned in the partnership deed. The details of accounts are mentioned in the partnership deed. And also what are the rules related with the operations of bank account, whether the bank account is joint account or the partners have in each separate account. That account details or the operations of bank account can be mentioned in the partnership deed. And also one thing that the firm have a common bank account. The next one is profit sharing. What do you mean by profit sharing? Now this is very important area or important concept or important content in partnership deed. Either the profit can be shared equally or they can be shared according to the capital contributed by each partner. Okay, so that the ratio in which partners are going to be share the profit has to be clearly mentioned in the partnership deed. So the profit sharing ratio is one of the important content in the partnership deed, in which ratio the partners are going to share the profit or losses. Sometimes they have to be agreed to share the profits equally, or sometimes they have to be share their profit on the basis of their capital contribution. Next one is role of interest on capital, loan and drawings. If the firm has to give any interest on the capital or loan which is taken by the partners, that rate of interest should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Or if the partners have to give any interest on the drawings which are made by them, so even that the rate of interest should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Okay, the next one is salaries and commission is payable to any partners. If the firm has to pay any salaries, remuneration or commission etc. to the partners, that has to be mentioned in the partnership deed. So the firm has to be paid any salary or commission or any other kinds of remuneration that can be mentioned in the partnership deed. Clear? Next one, rights, duties and liabilities of each partner. The partnership deed contains the rights of the partners, duties of the partners and liabilities of the partners. The rights, duties and liabilities are properly mentioned in the partnership deed. The next one is rules to be followed in case of admission, retirement and death of a partner. So the following rules and what are the rules to be followed in case of admission of a partner, retirement and death of a partner. So these rules must be mentioned in partnership deed. So all these are the content of the partnership deed, and the very important among these are profit sharing ratio and the rate of interest on capital, loan, drawings, etc. and salaries and commission, and also the rules of admission of a partner, retirement of a partner and death of a partner. So all these four are very important content in a partnership deed. So these are the contents included in while preparing or while making a partnership deed. Out of these contents, the profit sharing ratio, role of interest on capital and loan and drawings, and also the salary and commission, and also the rules to be followed in case of admission and retirement and death of the partner. These four contents are very important while making partnership deed. So the next one is, at last let's discuss the Now we have to be moving on the another topic, that is provisions affecting accounting treatment in the absence of partnership deed. Whether there is no partnership deed in a firm, at that time what are the provisions affecting or what are the accounting treatments taken in the absence of partnership deed? See, as I told you, this partnership deed is not compulsory, right? The firms which have partnership deed, they will follow the terms which I am mentioned in the partnership deed. While making accounting entries, like for example, if the interest on capital is fixed like 8% by all the partners, and if this is mentioned in the partnership deed, then while making the accounting entries, 8% will be charged interest on capital, right? So this is according to the partnership deed. But what if there is no deed or there is absence of partnership deed? So then we have to follow the provisions which are given by Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, while explaining the definition, I told you the separate account like named as Indian Partnership Act 1932. So it has given a certain provisions which are need to be followed. In the absence of partnership deed, we are following certain provisions. So these are the following are the provisions of provisions followed in the case of or in the absence of partnership deed. First one, profit and losses are shared equally by the partners. Here in this case, the profit and losses are need to be shared equally irrespective of the capital contribution made by the partners. For example, assume that there are three partners, A, B and C. A has contributed capital of rupees 5 lakh, B has contributed capital of 10 lakh and C has contributed capital of 7 lakh. Now, according to this, the capital contribution, B should get more profits. What's the reason for B should get more profit? I already said the reason is that B has to contribute more capital because B contributes 10 lakh rupees as the capital contribution. Whether the profit is sharing on the basis of capital contribution, in this example, B contributed more capital as compared to other partners. So he will get or B will get more profit. But when there is no deed or absence of partnership, the profit and loss need to be shared equally irrespective of the capital contribution by the partners. In some times or in the absence of partnership deed, the profit or losses need to be shared equally irrespective of the capital contribution by the partners. ചില സമയത്ത് അവർ എങ്ങനെയാണ് പാർട്ട്ണർഷിപ്പ് ഡീഡ് ഇല്ലാത്ത കേസിൽ, അതായത് ഒരു ഫേമിന് പാർട്ട്ണർഷിപ്പ് ഡീഡ് ഇല്ലാത്ത കേസിൽ പ്രോഫിറ്റോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ലോസോ അവരെങ്ങനെയാണ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഈക്വൽ ആയിട്ടായിരിക്കും. ചില സമയത്ത് അതായത് അവിടെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ സ്പെസിഫൈ ചെയ്ത് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, അതായത് പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഓർ ലോസസ് അവർ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ക്യാപിറ്റൽ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷന്റെ ബേസിലാണെങ്കിൽ, അവർ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന ക്യാപിറ്റലിന്റെ ബേസിലാണ് അവർ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം? ആർക്കാണ് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് കിട്ടുക, ആരാണോ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ കൊണ്ടുവന്നത് അവർക്കായിരിക്കും ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പ്രോഫിറ്റ്. ഇവിടെ ഈ ഒരു എക്സാമ്പിളിൽ എയും ബിയും സിയും പാർട്ട്നേഴ്സ് ആണ്. എ 5 lakh, ബി 10 lakh, സി 7 lakh rupees ആണ് കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തത്. അപ്പോൾ അവർ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്, അവരുടെ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷന്റെ ബേസിലാണ് അവർ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുക, പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഓർ ലോസസ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു കേസിലാണെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടെ ബി ആണ് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ കൊണ്ടുവന്നത് 10 lakh. അപ്പോൾ ബിക്കായിരിക്കും ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ എന്ത് കിട്ടുന്നത്, പ്രോഫിറ്റ് കിട്ടുന്നത്. അവരുടെ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷന്റെ ബേസിലായിരിക്കും എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഓർ ലോസസ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഈവൻ നത്തിങ് മെൻഷൻ ഇൻ ദ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ ഒന്നും തന്നെ മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. അതായത് തന്നെ പാർട്ട്ണർഷിപ്പ് ഡീഡ് ആബ്സെൻസ് ആണ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആബ്സെന്റ് ആണ്, പാർട്ട്ണർഷിപ്പ് ഡീഡ് ഇല്ലാത്തൊരു ഫോം ആണെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ എങ്ങനെ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുള്ളൂ, ദേ ഹാവ് ടു ബി ഷെയർ ദ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഓർ ലോസസ് equally. So the next, interest on capital is not paid to the partners. Here the firm is not liable to paying any interest on the capital contribution made by the partners. So the firm is not liable to paying any interest on the capital contribution made by the partners. Similarly, interest on drawing is not charged from the partners. If the partners withdrawn some amount from the basis, they are not liable to pay any interest to the firm. Okay? Next one, interest on loan is paid at the rate of 6% per annum. If any partner gives the loan to the firm is liable to pay them interest at the rate of 6% per annum. Per annum means year or annual. Next one, remuneration, salary or commission is not payable to any partner. In this situation, when there is no partnership deed, any type of salary, commission or remuneration is not at all payable to any partners. Okay, so these are the provisions as per Indian Partnership Act 1932. Clear? So this was all about the theoretical aspects of this chapter. So today we have learned what I mean by partnership deed and what are the contents included in partnership deed. What are the contents included in partnership deed, and also we are discussing what are the provisions or what are the contents or what are the accounting treatments whether in the absence of partnership deed. So this is all about the theoretical aspects of this chapter. There are many practical aspects that we need to discuss, like we have to prepare profit and loss appropriation account, and we will learn how to prepare partners capital account, calculating interest on capital, interest on drawings, etc. Many more things. So all those things we will discuss in the coming session. So stay tuned. Okay students, so this is all about today's session. Thank you for watching this video.